Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, I had a bit of a predicament the other day. As you guys well know, I'm going to convert my MDRX to HPA, and I had my Polarstar F2 engine on my desk, come back from work and noticed that one of the cats had took a liking to the solenoid wires and had chewed through them. So I was like, oh crap. You go look through the internet, you try and find some with it in stock. Someone in the Discord, I think it might have been Jack or Thor, I can't quite remember, said, oh, such and such place got them stock. So I think it was High Kappa Hub. Now, I'm one of these people where if I'm ordering such a cheap, inexpensive part, I'm going to pay shipping on it anyway. The shipping was probably more than what the part was. So I tend to just browse through the website and see if there's anything else I can pick up at the same time. And that's where I picked up this. And I only picked up this because I was messing around with this the other day and I was just like, oh, it's so annoying that I have to, you know, sort of lock the bolt back and do that. And on the other High Kappas, I have like little toggles or something like that. So it'd be nice to have something. And then just, lo and behold, on their website, they had one of these. So this is the Nexxspeed CNC lightweight selector switch charging ring kit. It's a mouthful, I know, for the AAP-01. And we're going to look at fitting this today. I went with the red, selector and black. There's many different colour combinations that they do. I just thought the red matched the trigger and the black will match the rest of the gun, so that's the one I went for. So we'll take this out. I've never looked at these parts before, so I'm imagining that fitting them is pretty straightforward like other things that they do. You'll know that I covered their hop unit a while ago now, which was actually pretty cool part. So we're going to have to pull the bolt out for this, I believe. So we're going to remove that. Remembering how to take this apart, I think I need to take the top side off, if I remember rightly. This High Kappa is my very expensive HPA Infinite Kit High Kappa. I say High Kappa, I mean AAP-01. This is the one with the Infinite Kit in. Costs a lot of money. This is the version 1, and it got the mini Mamba kit on there as well. So I'm just hoping that this can provide me a better way to change the selector. So let's take this off here. Why is that skipping around? Right, let me get my better Allen keys and we'll continue. Right, better Allen keys, let's go. So we need a 2mm for this. We'll take these little countersunk screws off the iron sight here. That enables us to pull this out. Then we can remove the bolt. And there you have it. This is a Coco bolt with Coco nozzle, but we want to be switching this part out here. So no instructions with, oh actually we do. Oh, I've got to scan for instructions. We ain't doing that. So we've got the selector arm itself here. It actually feels like a machined plastic. We've got the handle, which will go on the back, which is very, very nice. Which way this goes, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it doesn't matter. I'm hoping that it fits the cow bolt, which it does. In this little baggie, we've got some bearings. We've got a little grub screw. We've got 2 bigger grub screws, which will be for this part. I can fit that through, so that's good. So what we're going to have to do is kind of place the grub screws like this, put the tool through the back here, and then we can spin those in and we'll get them flush. Just so they're nice and ready for when we get to the next steps. Spin that in place, like so. Right, now what else do we have here? We have our selector, which will situate on this arm here, which is held in by the little grub screw which goes there. got 2 ball bearings and a spring. So I'm guessing you have the spring and a ball bearing in there. Maybe one is just... maybe one's a spare? Not too sure. So we'll get the little grub screw, which they do give you an Allen key for, which is nice, because it'll be a super small size. We'll just turn this in a little bit into the hole so that it's ready to go. Get it ready to tighten, so there. And on this part, we're going to need to turn that screw out. So we'll get a little Phillips. So we'll spin this screw out here. We need to remove the standard arm. Which will pull that out like so. Like that. We actually have maybe one's for the bottom of there. No, we don't have a cutout on there, so that will go on there like that. We'll put that screw in there. And tighten that up. Like so. That still moves nicely. I think there is a spring on this part, so it'll have a bit of springiness. This component then slides in the back, I believe, or do we put that in first? We might need to put that in first. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Really should scan the QR code and have a look at the instructions. There isn't a spring on that part. Okay. Pop the little selector in place, if I can get it in place. That just fits in the back there. Let's get some pliers to help with this. Line that up with the back of the bolt like so. Is it going to fit? Yes, it is. Then we can put this part in. There we go. That looks a lot better. Assemble this back in the bolt. It might be one of those parts where I fit it and then I don't like it and I end up pulling it off. But I thought, you know, another cool part, especially for the AAP, we can take a look at it. So that turns that at the back there. And I'm just trying to figure out. So that will be where the ball bearing goes in. Maybe they do just give you a spare. So we can slide this on, rotate it into place like that. I can test to see if that's lined up, to see if the grub screws go in, which they do. So that both of them situated in place, I believe it is. You don't want to over torque these because you probably will strip the threads out. You probably do want to Loctite them in though with some low strength Loctite. This will then go on there, and that will be your selector. However, the only thing that's baffling me is the two ball bearings. Now, a trick here is we're going to get a grease pen and we're going to pop some grease on that spring. And the reason why we do this, it's going to let me, not only will it add a degree of lubrication, But when we place the ball bearing on it like that, I can turn this upside down now, and the ball bearing doesn't fall off, does it? So it's going to make installation a lot easier for you. We can pop this into place like so. Take our little Allen key and tighten this grub screw in. We might need to push the selector into place like that. So all I'm doing is I'm pushing that silver piece up, which aligns the hole on the selector, which enables us to install it like so. So I'm guessing the ball bearing is a spare. Nice positive click. Very cool indeed. And that's pretty much it. So I'm sure I've got that correct. So that would be semi. No, that would be semi. That would be auto. Is that right? We'll have to try it. Let's pop this back in. I may have this handle upside down. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes, but I could be mistaken. So if I do have that backwards, don't roast me. I can always flip it over and reinstall it. But hopefully with this video, you'll get the gist on how this thing goes together, how it looks, how it works. And to be honest, where this selector is doesn't bother me all that much, just as long as when I want to change, we can do that. Now, if you're interested about this whole high capper build, you can find videos on the channel which are more in depth onto what's built, what parts we put in there, what we were trying to achieve. This video isn't about the pistol, it's about the selector. Because I dare say many people in the comments, again, whinging that I haven't told you this or told you that, and they don't realise that all these videos are on the channel. There we go, we can install this back in. So that's fitted. It's got a nice pull on it. You could pull it by putting your finger in, you can pull it like that. It's quite a nice little design there. Put it on. So when it's that way, it's on auto. When it's in the center, so which would kind of make sense that, you know, you would put this switch to the 3 dots, but the 3 dots put in here. But I didn't really think that made sense because the 3 dots, if it's the other way, you can't see it anyway. There's no markings on the underneath. And there are holes, which you probably don't want to see. So when it's to the side, it's full auto. You'll see the trigger doesn't reset. When it's in the middle, it resets. So now it's very unintrusive. It's really, I like the minimalistic style of it because you don't really pick up on it. It's not something that your eyes are drawn to straight away. It's just a nice little thing on the back, and it's very, what I like with Nexxspeed is it's very minimalistic. And yeah, I can just pop that to one side, makes it really easy. If we need to tighten these screws up, we just put the Allen key in the back and just nip them up and make sure. And then after we've fired a bunch of rounds through it, it's always probably best just to check that this hasn't walked its way out as well. You don't want to put a massive amount of torque on this little screw because you will round the grub screw. Come on, there we go. So that ball bearing will be a spare in case you lose one. Now, what will happen is I'll go away, I'll scan the QR code and go, oh, I did fit that incorrectly. But there you go, the Nexxspeed. What was it called again? CNC lightweight selector switch charging ring kit. $37.99. I can't remember if that's what I paid for it, but there you go. I bought it off High Kappa Hub, not a sponsored post. Again, just me going to a retailer because they got cool stuff in stock and I buy. The Infinite kit, it's a HPA fed kit that locks on empty, and you've got these sort of in-between mags where they're like an AAP and a Glock, AEP and a Glock mag. Very cool indeed. So let me know what you think about that part. They do it in loads of different colours. It's really easy to switch, really easy to use. I think the only thing that I would say is, you know, maybe like a little like an arrow or something. I know it's got arrows there, which would indicate you have to have this upside down, but then you couldn't see the 3 dots, so that also doesn't make sense. So yeah, there we go. Nice little quick video for you today on a Sunday. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the links in the description below. You'll find the link to the Discord. Get involved with the Jaeger community. And as always, from me and Bench, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.